It's amazing to think that in 1989, Lenny Wilkens and Casey Jones made the NBA Hall of Fame. Considered two of the greatest basketball players ever, guards and to be as head coaches. It doesn't get talked about a lot, but when you think about it, what they were able to do is incredible at the state and what they were, at a high level. It says a lot about you that you can win as a player on a championship team, but then you can turn around and be a coach. I mean, that speaks volumes. Both men achieved great success. Lenny Wilkens led the Seattle Supersonics back to back years, won one title, lost one to the Washington Bullets. It's quite remarkable. That was an era when we really talked about parity and everything. And though you can make the case for Dennis Johnson and Gus Williams because they were definitely some bad dudes in downtown Fred Brown, they were not what you considered a superstar studded team, but they won. Beating the Bullets was quite an accomplishment when you consider Wes Unseld, Nelvin Hayes, and Bobby Dandridge. But Lenny Wilkens is kind of like one of the biggest sleeping giants of NBA coaches because though he had won a lot of games, he never got his due, but he was always consistent and he was always bringing a legitimate team, and that does not go unnoticed. Um, and I say the same thing about Casey Jones because everybody talks about Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, and Kevin McHale, and rightfully so. But Casey Jones was the coach when they won. He helped them lead them to a title, and he was there. He was bringing it. He was legit. You know, um, it's ironic they both were put in they were in the NBA Hall of Fame in '89. It got me thinking about that because looking at that, thinking about that particular era and stuff, I was like, wow, these guys were not only great players, but then they were also Hall of Fame coaches, which just goes to show being like a triple crown, being a threat. When you look at that, it really is pretty powerful. Thinking about that in totality. How it all kind of comes and the view comes into place and you know um speaks volumes. It really does. It really speaks volumes about the the depth and the magnitude. um it's one of those things that you just don't really, I know, you kind of take it for granted, but yeah, to do it as a player but then to turn around and do it as a coach, it's quite, especially later on where there's a whole different era of players who didn't grow up on you, or they did, but it was like, you know, and they may not have really thought of you like that until they got to catch you like that, and then it's like, wow, so it hits different. But yeah, Lenny Wilkens and Casey Jones were great on the court and as coaches, and won and were winners. That has to count for a lot when I think about the totality of what they represented, and you know, and I may have talked about them before, but I think that this particular time I was thinking about in '89 that they both got inducted in the Hall of Fame. So, it's like their legacies and everything was kind of marked on and remembered. And, I just think I wanted to kind of like reflect on it a little bit more. And maybe if I had done it before, I'm doing it again. Because I remember thinking about Casey Jones was very low key with the Celtics, but he was legit. And of course, Lenny Wilkens, later on went to the Atlanta Hawks, and but you know, great coach. So, but they both were inducted in the Hall of Fame in '89. I want to take time to talk about it. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm my peace.